Down in the secret chambers of the magic Isle of Euclidia, an important experiment is underway. G47 has a formula which he believes to be Captain Bradford's universal solvent, and all of the Euclidean scientists are gathered in the main chemical laboratory to see the formula completed, while down inside the island, on the same level with the laboratory, Jerry and Joan are completing their plans, with the help of the Euclidean submarine commander, who has been won over to the aid of the Gregory party. They are in the sound channel, the only really noisy room on the island.
Well, I guess we might as well go in the laboratory and get it over with.
Do you not think it is time to start now, Commander?
It would not be advisable to arrive at the laboratory prematurely. If it is possible to plan it so, I think it best that you arrive just before the formula reaches completion. Then the scientists will be so deeply interested in watching the compounding of it that they will ignore your presence.
But they will have to know of our presence, will they not?
Sure, Joan. How about it, Commander?
We have agreed that I will take you into the laboratory as my prisoners, whom I have found spying in the secret chambers. Right?
Yeah, go ahead.
If I arrive with you two just before the experiment is complete, G47 will merely order us to stand at one side and wait the result. He will be too deeply engrossed in his work to do otherwise.
That is right, Commander. But what if we arrive too early?
G47 would then have time to question me as to your activities in these chambers, and would undoubtedly send me to deliver you as prisoners to the confinement chambers. Then you would be helpless, and the experiment would be finished without your knowledge.
You're right, Commander. But how can we tell when to go in there? Captain Bradford said they might get the formula finished any time from a few minutes to an hour.
I will go now to the laboratory, ascertain the degree of progress on the experiment, and return for you.
Boy, that's swell.
We will all be very grateful to you, Commander.
Do not let your gratitude carry you away at this early date. Many things stand between this little plan and the overthrow of Euclidia. Remain in this room. Speak to no one. I will return in a few hundred seconds.
Jiminy crickets, Joan. The island must be falling to pieces. What a racket that was.
It was just the closing of the door as the commander went out.
But when we came in, that door didn't make a sound.
But that is not the door we came in through, Jerry. We entered through one of the noiseless doors. This one is an ordinary steel door that has not been treated with the noiseless paint.
Boy, this is sure some place. Let's look it over while we're waiting for the commander.
You must walk gently on many parts of this floor.
Why? Will I fall through?
Certainly not. But the noise will be so terrific you will give yourself a headache.
Well, I can stand a little noise for once. Come on. We'll walk around in here. Hey, I can't hear a sound from this floor.
If you will observe the color of the floor, you will see that the particular strip upon which we now move has been treated with a noiseless paint, while the next section, that strip running parallel to this one, is just the raw metal. Step gently onto it if you wish.
Okay, here goes. Golly whiskers, what a place. I guess I don't need the noise as bad as I thought I did. That's better.
You see, Jerry, wonderful things have been done on Euclidia.
I'll say they have. Look at that workbench and the bunch of tools they've got there. Would it be all right if I looked at them?
I see no reason why you should not. But be very careful to return each tool to its proper place.
Oh, I'll watch it. These hammers look just like regular ones.
Some of them are. You will notice that some of the hammers are painted with a red coloring matter. Those are noiseless. The gray metal ones are ordinary hammers.
And some of those nails are colored, too. Are they noiseless?
Yes, Jerry. You may use that piece of discarded wood on the floor. Drive the various nails into it if it will furnish you with any amusement.
Oh, I know. You think I've got to have something to play with all the time. Well, don't forget, this is all new to me. And when I get you back to the world, I'll show you a few things that'll, well, you'll want to stay and play with all day, too.
I understand that, Jerry. I merely wanted you to know that I appreciated your interest in these things.
You do all right in politics, Joan. Well, here goes. I'm going to drive a regular nail into this board with a regular hammer. Jumping gee whiz. Did it make all that noise when I laid that little stick on that workbench?
Yes, Jerry. That portion of the bench and the piece of wood you chose have been made deliberately more resonant.
Giggle and goldfish. Where's a quiet place on here and a quiet piece of wood?
Place that dark wood on the red-colored section of the bench.
Okay, there it is. Hey, not a sound.
Now, if you take one of the colored nails and a noiseless hammer, you may drive the nail in that wood with very little sound.
Well, I'll try it. It's a good trick even if it doesn't work. Gee whiz. That big spike went right through that board without making a bit of noise.
I think you would enjoy the noiseless saw also.
Huh? Noiseless saw?
Yes, Jerry. It is over here in the corner. Come right here beside me and you will be able to operate it.
Hey, your voice. Mine, too. They've lost that funny sound.
This corner of the room is soundproof, Jerry. Now, there is the saw. You start the motor, so...
That motor doesn't make a sound. Now, can I run a board through that saw?
You may.
This colored piece is one of the noiseless ones, huh?
That is right.
Well, here goes, then. Well, what do you think of that? The saw just eats its way right through that heavy board without a bit of noise. I'll bet Captain Bradford would like to get his hands on that formula.
Formula? Jerry, that reminds me the commander should be back by this time.
Oh, yeah. I hope she didn't get herself into any trouble trying to help us.
I think the commander would be too clever for that. But she is also too clever for you and me, Jerry.
What do you mean?
She could deceive us very easily and be telling G47 all of the captain's plans.
You don't really think she'd do that, do you?
We learn our lessons well on Euclidia, Jerry. It is a school of fear, and one not easily broken away from.
But you got away from it easy enough. Just as soon as you heard your mother and the rest of us talking about a few of the things in our world, you figured out that this island wasn't so hot after all.
That is true, Jerry, but I have my mother. She will take me to her beautiful home in California. The commander has no reason to leave here.
Well, suppose she does give us away. We couldn't be any worse off than we are now. All prisoners on this island with no chance of getting away until Johnson goes to Los Angeles and comes back. And G47's got a good chance to fix it so he won't ever come back. What's the difference, Joan? We're sunk anyhow. We might as well put up a fight for it.
I like you when you speak like that, Jerry. You are a brave, loyal boy. I think you are very fine.
Oh, kind of waking up, aren't you? You'll appreciate me someday.
Oh, here is the commander, Jerry. We must go to meet her.
She's got about as much expression on her face as a wooden Indian. You can't tell whether she's got good news or bad.
The time has come for us to repair to the laboratory. The experiment is nearing completion.
Oh, that's swell, Commander. Does G47 know we're around here?
Your presence in the lower levels has naturally been reported, but fortunately, I have been sent to find you.
When do we go?
Immediately. First, let me give you a few brief instructions.
Of course, Commander.
Shoot?
Under no conditions.
Huh?
You must not even display a weapon.
Oh, I'm sorry, Commander. I didn't really mean to shoot. That means go ahead with your story.
I must have a translation of your complete vocabulary at another time. Now we will enter the laboratory and remain just within the door. Even if our presence is observed, we will probably be ignored. However, should G47 have time to question us, remain silent. I will explain how I found you and brought you to the chambers.
I think that is a splendid plan. Do you not, Jerry?
Well, let's get going.
Precisely. Follow me. You will follow me?
But what are you going to do with us?
That will be decided by G47. I will take you to him at once.
But we were not doing anything harmful, Commander. I was merely showing the sound channel to Jerry.
The extent of your misdemeanor will be decided by G47.
I see you have them with you, Commander.
I was ordered to take them before G47. Will you accompany me? This young fool Hall may become obstinate. He has more courage than brains.
I will accompany you. G47 made it quite plain that this boy and girl were not to be harmed. So you would find your ray gun useless. I can use force if necessary. G47 will question them immediately upon our arrival.
Hey, look here, you two. We haven't done anything wrong.
That is correct. Jerry and I were simply looking at the strange devices in the sound channel.
Nevertheless, you are on the lower levels without permission. Is that not so?
Well, yeah, that's right.
Then you must explain to G47. Silence. We enter the laboratory.
Gee, I thought the laboratory would be another of those silent rooms.
It is not silence for the benefit of many experiments which deal with sound. Normal hearing is indispensable.
Should I report our presence to G47?
It is not necessary. We are observed.
G47 is coming toward us now, Jerry. Say nothing to make him angry.
Then I can't say anything. That guy hates me for saying good morning.
Excellent work, Commander. You have brought them just in time. The work on the captain's formula is within seconds of completion.
I will take them to the confinement cells, if you wish it.
No. I want them here. Bradford is a very clever man. It is entirely possible that he may have planned a little surprise for us at the completion of the formula. It will be well to have two of his friends near me at that time.
What do you mean, G47?
If anything unpleasant were to happen, it might lessen the captain's enjoyment to know that you too, young fools, had received a portion of the treatment.
You are wanted at the table, G47.
Yes. Come with me, you two. Over here, quickly.
Is that the stuff there?
Precisely. It has reached the boiling point. The process should be complete any second. Gas. Quick.
Jerry, I'm sleepy, Jerry.
I'm choking, Joan.